All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Socially Unacceptable But Sober podcast. My name is Dino. I am an alcoholic.
I'm Jonathan. I am also alcoholic. Yeah, I did it. We did it. We're keeping
Guys, what's up? Tonight we have a special guest, and we have tonight
I'm Olivia, and I'm an addict.
Olivia.
What's up, Olivia? There you go. Shout out to all the haters. We got some more female
Yay.
guests.
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Jonathan's Hell Week. Let's hear about it. On a Tuesday.
Today was good. Today was a good week, man. Good day. Good week so far. So far, so good. Today is actually my first
Tuesday.
week in my new role, bro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that why the button-up shirt?
No, it's because it was going to be 82 and all I got is sweaters. So I put this on. It's nice though, right? $75 Calvin Klein shit.
Damn, bro.
$10 on Marshalls, boy.
You try to tell them they gave you too much money?
Yeah, what's up,
$10.
Marshalls?
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, what's your new title now?
Business development. Fuck you.
The handyman.
Listen, bruh. I do a lot. So I'm business development coordinator, and I
Nice,
get to
bro.
meet a lot of fellow alcoholics. Man, I just met a guy today for the second time from RCA. He just did like a bunch of federal time for some shady
Good
shit,
man.
but yeah, he's out there spreading the message.
That's cool. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, merchandise. If you have sobriety dates, throw them out. If you need help, let us know. We got guys. Jonathan, at some point, is going to put those things up on the screen.
He did good last week. I paid attention.
He did a good job last week.
Thanks,
One
guys.
week we did one, and he never put it up on the screen until like 10 seconds till the end. I was like, and you can find all that stuff at the bottom of your screen, and it never was there. But it's cool. We're alcoholics and drug addicts, man. So, yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, comment, sobriety dates, merchandise. Nobody's wearing any of that tonight, but I did get a new shirt from Spencer's.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And all that stuff.
I think I have the same birth still.
I texted the group text yesterday, and he was like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "Cause we're the same, bro.
I was in that group.
We got the same birthstone, cause we're the same." All right, so tonight we have a guest. What we do is, if you watched the show before, we let the guests tell us a little bit of their experience, strength, and hope, and then we move on with the show, talk about their experience, strength, and hope. It's kind of like a little tiny mini meeting. And tonight we do have Olivia, and it's our pleasure for you. I know you were like, "Thank you for having me." No, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you. We appreciate it because I know you don't live close, number one. So we appreciate you taking the time to do that. So
You were right driving that night?
Oh, absolutely.
She's a night
I
driver.
almost rode
I'm
the bike
not.
up here.
You up?
I almost rode the bike up here.
Oh, you got
Oh
a
yeah,
motorcycle?
that's right.
got a bike.
That's right.
What kind of bike?
ZX6R.
Wing, gang, 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 gone.
It's been fun.
But this whole week's gonna be good riding weather.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You're gonna be one of them cold night drivers too.
Not 30s, but 50s. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, so let's move on. Olivia, tell us some what.
Me and Dino are gonna have dirt bikes.
We're not gonna have dirt bikes.
Bikes are fun.
Nah, I can't get one. I'll
What?
kill myself.
But it's on the dirt.
Dirt hurts, dude, when you hit it from 30 feet in the air.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
scooter gang.
I'll do a scoot.
I
Go
laid a
little scoot.
dirt bike down this year in Vietnam.
What?
Crashed it.
Oh yeah,
Came home
that's
with
right.
scars.
That's right. You went to Vietnam, Indonesia,
Cambodia and Thailand.
Thailand, Cambodia. How was that?
World
Amazing.
traveler.
Amazing.
Gifts, man. The
Yeah.
gifts of sobriety. So tell us a little bit about your experience, strength and hope, and your sobriety.
So, my clean date's January 9th, 2018. I was 23 when I got
Nice.
clean,
Nice.
turning 30 in a week and a half. So most of my 20s have been spent clean, which is a miracle. Back then, I thought I was going to die a junkie, I thought I would die with a needle in my neck. And I accepted that. I didn't think recovery was possible. I knew it worked for other people, but I had tried, by the end, like I had tried so many times, and I just realized that like it wasn't for me. It wasn't going to happen for me. So I stopped trying.
At 23, you had tried so many times.
Yeah, I went to detox like 6 times one summer. Went to probably 4 or 5 rehabs, and I was over it, using to die.
Yeah.
I know I'm still an addict because, you know, if I picked it up today, I would use just like I used.
Oh,
back
yeah.
then.
Oh,
And I wouldn't stop. I commend people who, you know, start and stop and they keep trying and keep trying. That would not have been my story. When I finally surrendered, like that's all I had in me. I don't think I have another one in me. So I do everything I can to keep my seat.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
But yeah, like I didn't grow up, I'll be brief with this. I didn't grow up in a household that would have produced any
Right.
addiction. My dad is an alcoholic. He's been sober since 2002, but we didn't have, like, we knew we were loved. I have a twin sister. We were raised well. My mom, she had us when she was 48, so we were her miracle babies. And because of that, like,
And twins, so there's two of you running around.
two of us.
Identical or?
Your sister
Fraternal. My sister's not an addict. She stayed on track with all the life milestones, you know. She went to college, she got the job, she got married. She's about to have her third kid, and I'm auntie, and I live vicariously through her in
Nice.
that part of life. They're a blessing.
Nice.
So, but yeah, we had the same upbringing, and we were involved in everything. We played sports. I was super smart back then, like top of my class, and when I started using, it wasn't to cover anything. I wasn't trying to escape anything. I started at the normal age.
Right,
that
right.
Everyone does, just to experiment. And I knew as soon as the first one hit my body that I'd be doing it a lot. The difference between me and my friend back then, like, I knew that I would do it a lot, and I did. You know, my story shows me that everything I put in my body, I quickly abuse. I sold a lot of drugs back then, and then I would move on to the next one. And I abused them for a long time until they started abusing me. So I didn't feel the effects of, or the consequences rather, of my using for a long time. Like, I graduated high school. I was well liked back then. I was able to show up to family functions and played sports. And
So nobody really knew?
it's not that people didn't know. I was still able to
Do things.
show
Yeah.
my face, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I was able to keep it all together, and I had a good time back then. Before it got bad, I have memories, you know, from high school and even college. I got into every college that I applied to. I ended up going to UConn on a full ride, full academic scholarship, and I chose it because it was the closest to home. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and no direction. I'm like,
Good party school though too.
oh, that's all I did. I never went to class. I went to exams, and my baseline intelligence kept me there 2.5 years. It took me 2.5 years to fail out, but eventually I did. And when I came home, my mom wanted me to move back in with her, and that was the last thing I wanted to do. I already felt like a disappointment. You know, I was supposed to make something of myself.
Right.
I was smart enough to, like, she wanted me to go to law school. She still wants me to go to Yale. I'm like, it's time to let that go. You know?
You wouldn't like being a
you live
lawyer?
in New Haven. It's time to let that go, Mom.
I can see you being a lawyer.
I don't
I
wanna
object.
keep doing that. No, I like having freedom in my life. I like having flexibility, and
Yeah.
that doesn't really allow for that. But yeah, so college was an experience, and I have memories. I don't remember a lot of it. That was when the consequences started showing up. I almost got kicked out of housing like the first month that I was there, and I dealt with sexual assault, and you know, it started popping up like, hey, she parties more than most people. I would go to UConn parties, and I would bring a 750 of Jacks, you know, to go out for myself, and people weren't doing that. I would do dope at parties, and like people weren't doing that.
What the hell were they doing?
I mean,
That's all the parties I went to UConn. That's exactly what we were doing, man.
No one I was around.
Oh.
Like, everyone partied, and I'm amazed that everyone graduated, but I did not. And I've gone back to school in recovery. Like, I went back to school.
Nice.
But yeah, so I moved back to my hometown, which I'm from Tri-Town. I went to Valley, and they're little towns, you know, 3 towns, one school, and anyone who was still there never left. So I fell in with the same crowd that I was with in high school, of the people that like weren't trying to leave. And I I didn't move home. I moved in with like the town coke dealer instead. Became the mom of the house.
Perfect. Logical.
Yeah, one of my best attributes. I'm a great caretaker. Get it from my mom, and I did that. I was like the mom of that house, and my addiction progressed. You know, I had no rules. I had no boundaries.
The crack house mother. This
Pretty
is great.
much.
I
No,
love
I
it.
would,
Listen,
you know,
crack houses need moms too.
Yeah,
and
everybody
I was-
needs the mom.
Yeah, I was selling. I was getting free drugs. And, that was just my life at the time. And during that time, every time I came back from school, I was working 2-3 jobs. I'd always liked to have money. And I became unemployable fairly quickly after I came back from school. And yeah, so that was a red flag for my family. Not really me. You know, I was just having a good time. And I fell in love. I moved in after 3 days. I'm sure a lot of people have done that. I know a lot of people.
I can't relate to that.
No, I can't relate.
That relationship was, looking back, was super toxic.
Oh,
We were like,
No
this-
way.
Yeah, we were like this all the time. And I put him before me every situation. So in that relationship, I started crossing lines that I would never cross. I said I would never steal. I started stealing. I said I would never get arrested. I started getting arrested. I said I would never smoke crack. I smoked crack. I'll never use a needle. My uncle died of a heroin overdose when my dad was 16, and it changed his life. He told me a few years ago, he's like, I drank myself almost to death trying to figure out why he was gone.
Right.
And he had no acceptance towards it. So I said I would never do these things. I was like the angel child growing up. And my sister has the backbone that I always wished that I had. And that just disappeared. You know, my reliability, my honesty, it just disappeared. And I got caught in the cycle. No work meant I had to find money. And I would boost. And I did that for a long time, thinking I was queen bee at it, until I started getting arrested for it, you know? And then once you get arrested, it's like a red flag on top of your head. So it happened consecutively. I got arrested 4 times in 3 months, and always had drugs on me. So, you know, your first arrest, they try and give you a chance
Yeah.
to clean up.
right.
But that wasn't a thing. You know, that wasn't possible for me. I would shoot coke in the parking lot before going into these interviews. You know, they're like, hey, what program are we going to assign you? And it didn't work, you know? So I started trying to get clean when my ex did. We would go back and forth, and I reintroduced that life to him. He had a year clean when I let him, and I brought the chaos back. So I introduced him to all my friends, and we started going to detox, and I would get so sick. I wish being sick was the fear of getting sick again kept me clean. It never did. It never did. But I suffered. You know, I eventually got on the methadone program, and I used even more on that. And it didn't work for me. So one rehab that I left, I'd been there for 30 days. I went to my first meeting. And it was the day after I left. My mom brought me. It was in Deep River. And I remember going in, and they say, raise your hand. I'm Olivia. I'm an addict, and I need help. And I cried saying that night because I meant it.
Right.
I wanted to stop.
Right.
And I ended up using 10 days later. You know, every time that I thought that I could do it, the disease of addiction was always stronger. So I stopped trying. And I lost touch with anyone who really cared about me. I've made amends to some people. Since then, some people don't want to talk to me ever again, and I have to respect that. I caused a lot of harm when I was using to myself and others, and I'm grateful to not be doing that today. I still cause a little bit of harm, but in different ways and less severe. I didn't come here and get perfect. You know, I was 23 when I got clean, and a lot of the behaviors didn't leave me right away. So I've definitely caused harm in recovery. But the last time that I went to treatment, I wasn't going because I wanted to get clean. I was just doing the the cycle of the rinse, wash, repeat.
Right.
And I had warrants out for my arrests. I knew that they weren't going to come and take me from rehab. So I went to rehab.
That's a good one.
Which
Learned behaviors, man.
is not true.
What do you mean?
I had
You're right. He's right.
It's not true. I had a client. The warrant squad came and got him out of Phoenix House in Long Island, and he was locked up for 8 months after that. I had to petition the court.
Years ago, you couldn't.
Yeah, they couldn't. They
I had to
didn't even.
petition the court to get him out. Yeah.
Years ago, you were safe.
Yeah, you were really safe. They couldn't even say you're there.
Acknowledge you were there.
Yeah.
So I thought I was safe.
Yeah,
That's what I would do. They would let you get 30 days, 45 days under your belt, and then you could go to court and be like, hey, I'm just in
turn
this
yourself in,
program.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you more of a chance to clean yourself up. And that's what I was doing. I was planning on being there for 28 days. And in the first month, a lot happened. One, I was sick forever. I walked off methadone clinic. I slept in my coat for the first 3 weeks. Like I was not.
Oh, you got off methadone too.
Yeah, I walked off the clinic a week before.
Good
I
for you.
Detox. And that was hell. It was hell. And then I went into this rehab where they're doing like 8 hours programming. And I did not want to be there. I was not willing. I was not open-minded. I couldn't hear anything. I didn't even want to make eye contact with people. But I was there, and in that first month, a lot of people died. Like 4 of my friends died from overdoses, 2 people in car accidents. My grandfather got diagnosed with cancer. My car got stolen. All this shit, And I hit an emotional low probably about 3 weeks in. And I remember crying in the chapel and having the realization that I wanted to live. And I didn't know what that looked like. Every time I had left a rehab or a detox, I went back to the boyfriend. I went back to the trailer. I went back to everything that I was doing before, thinking that I could just change myself. And I didn't do that this time. I started taking suggestions. The first suggestion they gave me was stay as long as you can. All of your problems, all of your headaches, they're all going to be waiting for you, whether you stay here a week or 5 months. They're not going anywhere, and you don't need to rush back to fix a life that's in shambles.
Right.
Something that I'm grateful for now that I can look back and be grateful for is I didn't have anything to go back to. My family loved me. I knew that, but I didn't have the husband, the wife, the house, the job.
Right.
I didn't have all that to try and get back. So it was
Thank God, though.
Let me ask you, did you find yourself, because I know like I would get caught up in a lot, that I had those things waiting, even though that I know deep down I didn't. But I got all this stuff I got to get back to.
Yeah. So
you find yourself...
I did in the past. That time I was able to, I think I put enough time in between my last use and like where I was in that moment to recognize I really had nothing.
Yeah.
Like I had my mom who would go out on a limb for me. She would jump in front of a train for me if it meant that I would be okay.
Yeah.
My dad, he's in recovery and he would have done anything. He cut me off like 2 months before I got clean last night. He's like, I can't have you in my life anymore.
That's right.
And my sister, she didn't speak to me. My twin sister, she's like a built-in best friend.
Yeah.
I destroyed that relationship.
Yeah.
I destroyed the trust. And I decided I want to live. So I stayed as long as I could. I ended up staying for 112 days.
Nice.
And,
Sounds like you did count.
yeah, in that time, I began to change. I was able to listen and hear some hope. I went to a ton of meetings. They brought in a meeting every day, and I was there. I started raising my hand and speaking honestly, and I cried a lot. I was in a lot of pain, a lot of pain, and that didn't go away for a long time. I'm super sensitive, so I feel your pain, I feel your pain, and I feel mine on an intense level. My mental health was shot back then, so stayed as long as I could. They said, go to a sober house, live with some women, get some structure. And I did. I wasn't a huge fan of women. I didn't trust women. I'd been betrayed by women in the past, and I was more of a guy's girl. So going to live in a sober house was the last thing that I wanted to do.
Right.
But I did it.
Right.
I moved to East Haven, where I had 2 warrants out, and started my recovery journey. I went to 2 meetings a day for the first 100 days, maybe. I didn't work for the first 8 months. And all I had to do that first 8 months, a year, was learn how to stay clean. My behaviors, they didn't leave. Like I would leave IOP and go hang out at the green with people leaving the methadone clinic. And I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I've never been the poster child for a straight line of recovery. You know, it's been an ebb and flow, and I caused myself a lot more pain in the beginning than I should have. But
Learn lessons.
but I've stayed clean through it. And yeah, that first year was the most growth I've ever experienced in my life. Once I opened myself up to the process, once I opened myself up to people helping me and loving me and showing me that I would probably be okay, the amount of growth that first year was unmatched. Today, you know, even today. I wish I could get that back. You know, I always try and find things that light my fire to get me back to the hunger back then, you know, because I have a good life today and it's comfortable, and I do what works. But back then I was so desperate, desperation, and I needed to make it work. So I did. I went to, also it was before COVID. So we had speaker jams, we had conventions, we had so much going on back then. And I was the type of person who said, if you're going to dinner, can I come?
Yeah.
Oh, you're driving to Massachusetts, can I come?
All that stuff's coming back in a big way now.
Yeah. I just got asked to chair a meeting at the convention in January.
Nice.
And crisis is a gift is my topic.
Let me ask you a question. What was the last place you went? What was the name of the place?
High Watch.
Oh, you went to High Watch.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
High Watch alumni. Ooh, he's loud as fuck in there, right?
It's hot, but also High Watch is really fucking nice.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
I've
So
only
it's
been
the
there.
only nice place that I went.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've been to shelters attached to IOPs. I've been to state-run facilities, and I went to a facility that is now shut down because of malpractice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was great. I met some wonderful people there. When I left there were probably 25 of us that were going to keep in touch and, like, do recovery together. And out of that 25, there's 2 of us.
Wow, that's actually not bad.
No, it's great.
That's actually a pretty good percentage, actually.
Yeah.
I went to my last rehab. I went with 12 guys. There was 12 guys there.
Yeah.
And none of them are sober anymore. Actually, some of them are not even alive. Some of them are in prison, and the rest of them are just getting drunk and high.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that first year, I mean, I got a sponsor. I started writing the steps, and I went to meetings. I tried to stay consistent. I have, again, it's been an ebb and flow. I've dealt with life. Life happens. It just keeps happening, and life doesn't get perfect just because we stop using.
Right.
And I've been reminded of that time and time and time again. So life keeps happening. I've dealt with loss. I've dealt with loss of jobs. I've moved a bunch of times and lost friendships and
Life.
life. Yeah. So my life is beautiful today, but like on the journey, I became employable. I became reliable. I'm the first call for a good handful of people if something bad is happening, because they know, 1, I'll show up, and 2, I'll give them my honest opinion. I'm not always the nicest,
Don't have to be.
but I am honest, and people can trust me for that. I want my friends to keep me accountable like I do to them, and we build thick skin here. We had to.
Right.
I built a thick skin out there, and I had to tear that down when I got here.
It's almost like you said about the mental health was in shambles when you went to treatment.
Shambles.
Like, it has to be. Like, you can't operate out there on the life that we live, like, with a clear conscience. You know, you got to
With
be
good morals, and honesty, values.
Yeah, that's-
I don't know. I just started learning about that stuff lately.
But since I've been clean, I have a thick skin again.
Yeah.
I just have a soft heart.
Yes.
I'm able to care about people and not hang on to the outcome. You know, if you mistreat me, I don't need to mistreat you back.
Right.
If you disrespect me, I can meet it with grace. And that didn't happen overnight. That took a lot of work.
Let me tell you something about you, okay?
this still takes a lot of work for
It
this.
does.
I don't know the Olivia you just talked about. So when I see the Olivia today, I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I used to look at my
can show you
sponsor the
pics
same
after.
way. Huh?
I have pictures.
I can prove it. But like, we look at Joe, right? Joe, like, I was doing cocaine. I tried to kill myself, tried to flip my car. I'm like, no way, dude.
Are
Like,
you?
you don't even, I'm like, you don't even look like that type of guy. You know? And now I'm in those shoes today where I tell people my story, like, wait, they're like, you don't seem like that. Don't shut up.
I say yes way nowadays because you are full on psychotic.
Well, it's because you know me now.
Yeah.
But the way you present yourself,
Yeah.
I definitely, when I saw you when I first came into Waterbury, and I saw you at a couple outside meetings, like I was like, oh, this dude backs his shit up. Like he shows up, he does it. You were very excited in my eyes.
Passionate.
Yeah, passionate. Yeah, passionate.
It matters.
It does.
It does.
The new people need to see that.
Yeah.
They do. They also need that person with not sugarcoating shit, not being so nice. You know what I mean? Because this, I remember, and I know Matt could attest to this because we go way back, man, into recovery, 1980s. You know what I mean? Back then, they went up your ass. Sure, right? These dudes did not mess around. They would be like, "Shut the fuck up, sit down and listen."
I wish we had more of that.
I do too.
A lot of people say that,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that
Can't handle it.
Nah. they
well,
can't.
and then there's also people that would want to debate why it's no good.
Right.
And there's both sides to that coin. I mean, anyone that knows me knows I'm coming at you.
Yeah.
But what I have learned in the few 24 hours is that I do need to assess who I'm dealing with.
Absolutely.
I need to know how to come at you because my objective, my goal is to get the message.
Yep.
Whatever the message may be, but I need you to hear it. I want you to hear it. So if I know that you could be a little soft, what good is it going to be that I'm going to go up one side and down the other? Or do I need to be a little bit more on the ball to say, how do I achieve this?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the thing that I want to do, then how do I achieve it? So
I think intention matters a lot too. Even dealing with my best friends, I'm kind of harsh on them. They know I love them. I want them to be there when I get married one day, eventually. I want them to hold my kids one day.
Right.
And I've lost people that I really fucking care about, who, thought they had it and they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen in my circle anymore. I've had enough.
Yeah.
Had enough of that.
Yeah.
So if we can keep each other accountable, like, let's do it. And intention matters. Like, I'll give the shirt off my back to the people that I fuck with.
You have a saying that I really like, and I find myself repeating it. It's about not liking everybody. Like you don't have to like everybody.
You gotta love them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you got to start giving me $1 every time you say it.
You gotta trademark this. See my patent.
Yeah. No, but it's for real because you don't have to like everyone.
No.
I used to be a social butterfly. Like everyone was my friend.
Right.
I had to be at everything.
Right.
And I'm glad that that's not the case anymore. I still do a lot. I like being involved. I like getting people together and going on trips and, organizing stuff because I feel like people won't do it.
They won't.
All right.
They
So
won't.
it's
But
fun.
we need people like you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
People that get it going, got that
Yeah.
winning attitude.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You want something, let's
Let's do it.
get it.
Let's figure it out. That's like you guys, man, with the podcast. I came to Connecticut and I had this idea, and I had a buddy of mine that was out in California. It was like gung ho on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, we're gonna do this. I'm in California. There, we're gonna do this. We got through just the beginning stages of how we were gonna make it. I bought so much shit that I don't have anymore and I don't need. And I was like this, and then it fizzled. It failed, and it was a flake. And I come to Waterbury, and I just revived the idea, and I didn't even approach Dino with any inkling of what. He's like, yeah, sure. When do you want to start?
I'm like, yeah, you want to do it tomorrow? You want to do it tomorrow? You want to do the podcast
I
tomorrow?
was like, well, I
You
think
wanna do
we
it
need a third guy in here, and that's when
Matt.
we both decided that Matt was the fucking the missing link. But that's your energy, man. We're gonna do it, and then we surround ourselves with people that are like that,
Like-minded.
That's right.
like-minded individuals.
Winners, man.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, I just being the tough guy, you know what I mean? People think, yeah, you know what I mean? But it's the not sugarcoating thing because I really am pulling for you, man.
Yeah.
I want to see you do well. So sometimes I'll come at you with an uppercut, man, out of nowhere. So the other day, this kid goes to me, damn, dude, I'm sorry I didn't make it to the meeting. I'm sorry I let you down.
Proud.
I said, you think you let me down, bro? I went to the meeting, though. I'm good.
Right.
You want to know who you let down? Look at the guy in the mirror. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, dude, you always know the right thing to say. I'm like, no, it's just the thing to say, dude. I care about you. Like, it is what it is, man. But I am not a guy who goes, it's gonna be okay.
Right.
Don't worry, it's fine. Nah, man, it's not, man. This thing's out to get me.
Right.
In 24/7, man. You know what I mean? So I gotta be on it, man. You
Well, and
know?
even once we get clean, once we're doing the things, if we don't try and grow and change, I know a lot of people who get clean and they don't change.
Yeah.
They're the same people that they were at 6 months clean with 8 years clean. You know, same behavior, same attitude, same cynical view on life. And
Same share.
I don't want to be
every
like
week.
that. I don't want to be the same person if I come back here in a year that I am
Yeah.
right now.
You won't stay.
Yeah.
You're not that type of person.
Right.
If you don't
That's the
grow,
difference.
I wouldn't have.
You went so far down the scale
Yeah.
that you are grateful
So
for this
grateful.
position. That's what allows you to continue to have that hunger.
Yeah.
That's what continues the drive. You understand? Like you said, I laughed to myself when you were talking about I'm the person that puts stuff together. I'm not. But people know if they need somebody, they're going to call me.
And I'll keep
You're there.
Shut the fuck up.
That's how I feel most of the time.
No, and that's a personal thing, and you can get fucking punched for that. But I'm not going to do it.
Literally, I could get Matt to the point, unintentionally, without purpose, to literally be on the brink of like
Violence.
about to assault me, and we're in 2 different parts of the state, and I'm clueless about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how close we are.
But you know, the thing about it is that just like, you know, I'm gonna liken myself to this cloud, is that you won people over with your demeanor and the way that you've operated, and there's something to be said about the way that we operate, and and it brings back to what you said, the intent. My intent every single day is to want to see someone succeed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we joke and say, "Oh, we're gonna win today," and you know, silly things like that. But it's true
It's true.
because I don't need to know you to
No.
want to root for you, right? And that's what I try to tell people all the time that are new to a meeting. Everybody in this room, for the most part, wants to see you succeed.
Absolutely.
But if you go to the bar, who gives a fuck
Yeah.
what you do?
They want
You got the
to.
next round,
They want to see you succeed in buying them a beer.
right?
Even my perspective on wanting people to succeed has changed. I can say, I hope God treats you well in your next chapter, even if I'm not in it.
Right. Right.
And I was not like that when I came in. I was not like that 4 years ago
Yeah.
at all. You know, I would want to like slash your tires and shit. I won't do that. But no, today my brain doesn't even think like that. anymore.
Right.
Like it's changed.
Yes. And it continues.
I can
to
wish
change.
it well.
It's amazing the stuff
Oh,
that
it's incredible.
comes out of our mind.
Yeah.
Like it'll start up here, and you'll be like, how am I thinking that? Like,
Yeah.
where did this come from? And then you say, you're like,
Time.
I just say that? Like, what the fuck?
Right.
It's amazing.
We were at a meeting years ago. I'm about 5 years sober at the time. And I share openly. Anyone that knows me, I just put it out there. So I raised my hand. I'm like, man, I still think about robbing people. I said, it don't matter what situation I'm in. I think about robbing somebody. And I give all kinds of silly fucking situations that are unnecessary. And then my not sponsor at the time, but became my sponsor, raised his hand immediately after. And he said, you know, why don't you stick around a while? And you might be surprised that your thoughts and actions might change.
Yeah.
Right? And that was unbelievable to me at the moment because I still passionately thought about the negative.
Yeah.
And not so much the positive. And lo and behold, obviously years go by and I still think about robbing people. But
Of course.
not to the degree.
Right.
And I don't see it through every week.
Yeah, we're not planning it out anymore.
Right. And it is because I have these people in my life today. Whereas earlier in sobriety, this guy and another very good friend of mine, I would not even go around him.
Positive?
I came home from
No,
prison.
it was not good for anybody.
No, I came home from prison and I was scared to death because I knew me. I know I'm weak. And these guys looked too comfortable for me. They looked too...
Like we were ready to rob somebody, bro.
I knew that, right? So I would walk right by them. I would not associate with anybody for a while because it was like you said, I needed to be on my shit, man. And I could not afford to let anybody or anything get in the way of that. So if it meant, it was the first time in my life that I could look at somebody and say, I don't think that they're good for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck is this? Because that didn't make sense to me, right? And then lo and behold, the minute we spoke, it was like we were fucking best friends.
Yeah.
And then, I got to watch him do what he did for a number of years.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I learned to love about myself is that I could always welcome somebody back. I used to be real judgmental of that.
A lot of people.
Like, fuck you. You want to keep going off? Fuck. I was the guy going in and out.
Oh God.
So
Thank God they're making it back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So, it's all those things that go on, man. It really, for me, and I think that a lot of people, women particularly, don't buy into the whole ego thing. That's all ego.
Of course.
I'm better than you because I stayed put all of a sudden.
Yep.
We're no better. It's just we're in the, we're all bozos on the bus, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
And I'm not asking you to pinpoint, but is there one thing in the very, very beginning, because you were like 3 weeks in, and all of a sudden I just started changing, right? Is there something that you can point out that somebody said or did or you heard that was like, this is like, I got to start doing something different here?
Light bulb.
Like the light bulb.
Yeah. Thank you.
So no,
I could have just
it's
said
not-
light bulb.
Yeah, that was a lot of words.
It's not anything that someone said, honestly. I was sitting in the chapel crying. I think it was the day that my grandfather was diagnosed, and I realized that I might not be able to say goodbye to him. I might not, and I didn't. I didn't go out there. My whole family went out and said goodbye. He died before I left rehab. I said goodbye over FaceTime, but I realized that there was 100% chance that if I went back, that I would die.
You would die.
I would die.
Yeah.
Because everyone that I was using with was dying.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So it was just a couple of little things that happened that just was like,
Yeah, the little things.
What's the magic word?
you were ready.
I was ready.
That's
You was
big
ready,
word in this
man.
podcast.
You know those
In perfect
those,
timing.
those thorough ass whoopings sometimes come just in time, man.
Right.
Just in the right time, always.
Yeah, the right amount of pressure. I heard someone share one day, and they said, if it had been any less or any more,
Yes.
any less, I would have stayed out there. Any more, I would have killed
Die.
myself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
right amount of
That's a good one.
yeah. So it was just the right amount of pressure.
Perfect time. Amazing how he works, man.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah, and I'm grateful. So I isolated myself even more than we already do because of my age. I was 23.
Yeah.
Most of the
Yeah.
meetings that I was going in were filled with older men. Women. I wish we had more of them in the rooms.
I noticed that everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So it's lacking, and I'm grateful to the men that guided me like I was their daughter,
Right.
and their sister, which will not, showed me the way. So
Got Elvis over here. That's right. That's right.
that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
But life today looks real different, and my life is not perfect, but even during COVID, thank God I worked during COVID. I didn't lose much. If anything, my mental health got better during that time. I started doing yoga. I started meditating. I did some research on God. They say, you don't have to believe in what I believe in, but believe in something.
Believe in some. I know it's not you.
Right, and I'm a see it to believe it kind of person. I'm more science minded, and I did so much research on religion, on the universe, on pretty much all the areas, and I found something that makes sense to me. So even that's happened over the past maybe 3-4 years. It's developed, and I have a peace of mind that I never thought I would have. I'm not stressed most days. I don't feel anxiety hardly ever. Depression, I've gotten off all my depression medication. Never thought that would happen. My energy is different. It's different from the people I'm around, and what I do with my time. And I know it's easy to slip into the bad patterns. So I do my best, you know?
On a daily.
Not on the daily, but I would say like 6 out of 7 days I'm trying my best. Yeah.
Sunday you relax.
Sundays
Day to relax, to rest, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a good story, man. It's, you know, we haven't known each other long. I think I met you 2 years ago at the pig roast when you won the money.
Yeah, I
You
did.
won the money. She's the one who won the 50-50.
Yeah, and Dino, you reminded me of that because I was like, yeah, I just met her for the first time at
I
that.
said, no, you didn't, John.
Yeah.
It's like, she won the 50. He's like,
Oh, she was the girl I was about to rob.
yeah, I was going to rob that girl.
I don't think I met you that day, but I popped in everywhere.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, I was 23, I was young. If I had gotten bored of the process, I would have left.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stayed.
Yeah.
So I do things. You know, I go to comedy shows, I go to concerts.
Yes.
I've started traveling.
You live, man.
I live and I pop
Live.
into other areas. Like, I know so many people that I could call if I needed anything.
That's right.
In so
From
many
Maine to
places.
Florida, all the way to LA. Like, I've met so many people who genuinely care.
You know, on our honeymoon last year, I went to a meeting every morning.
Yep.
You know, I'm new to the area. Look it up on the Meet app. This one starts at 7. She's going to sleep till about 8, 8:30.
perfect.
I'm going to hit this thing up. I almost became the coffee maker. I swear to God, I was like, hey, Joe, hey, Bill, hey, how's it going? And they were like, hey, man, listen, we need a coffee maker. I'm like, dude, I'm literally on my honeymoon. I'm gone in like 4 more days.
Yeah,
But I almost was like, fuck it, I'll take a coffee, man. He's like, you know what? Next time you're in town, take my number down. He's like, we'll go have coffee. I'm like, excellent, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
we become people
Just
wanna be
friends that I
around.
haven't met yet, too. I love that, man. It's like, I could go anywhere. I'm going to be welcomed just as I'm going to welcome anybody. Just like this cat. This cat, out of nowhere, I was like, I don't like him, number one. I'm not gonna talk to this guy, number 2. And now we're doing a podcast. I love this kid, man.
You didn't like me?
No, I'm just kidding, man. I liked you a lot because
Still a people pleaser.
no, because when you walked in, just like when I met Olivia, when you walked in, you were about recovery, bro.
Yeah.
You were about doing this thing. You weren't
yeah.
like sitting there being quiet or just, you know, whatever. My cat scratched my arm today type of like sharing. Like you were talking step work and God and other stuff, you know? Almost did it. See, been doing this since February. Almost had a clap.
Yeah, we're clapless.
You were talking to stuff and she was doing the same thing. And that gives me a high in itself, man, right?
It's attractive.
When somebody comes in and you're just seeing them do these things and you're just like, oh my God, it's awesome to hear that, man.
And let me tell you, man, I got it easy in hindsight looking because I took that chair
Because you
commitment.
met us.
And the fucking
But
chair
that takes a
people.
lot of courage to take a chair commitment.
He had no choice.
Yeah, but
Meaning you don't have a choice.
yeah, but since then I've watched people take that position and the crowd gets fucking rough. Let's just be honest. Like it gets rough. It's a rough crowd.
Don't stop it now. Now we got 5 minutes. I'm like, still got 2 minutes to share. What are you talking about? Break time. Yeah, it's pretty. It gets rough there. It's not always.
Last night. Sweet.
But that's awesome, man. I really appreciate you coming and taking the time to let us get to know you a little bit better. I loved your story. I love your story.
that was awesome.
When my wife were talking about you today, she's like, and I'm like, you know what it is? When she shares, since the day I met her, when she shares, she has a message, and this is why I asked her. You know what I mean? We don't just go and just like, hey, you want to come on a pod? You want to come on a pod? You want to come on a pod? Somebody's got to have something that
You know.
somebody's got to have something. You know what I mean? Because you got to bring something here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I really appreciate so we explained to you the next segment of our show. I don't know if you've been thinking about it.
Not really.
Huh?
Not really.
It's okay. It's all right. It's
I
better.
feeling she's got a list.
I do.
I do.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
it's
you.
fine. It's fine. So that was great. Again, thank you very much. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Merchandise. If you need help, let us know. We got guys. I hope John put that on the screen.
Yeah, it's there.
Awesome. So we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is this one time bro. And tonight, because we have a guest, it is Olivia's one time bro. So Olivia, what do you have for a one time bro?
Did you preface the one time, bro? Like before the show started? What it could be about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're literally in the
We gave her the lowdown.
Yeah, I don't trust this cat over here. Look at the fucking schedule. Dude, I literally shouted to you from upstairs that Chris is not on the 26th. He's on the 12th.
What do you mean the 12th?
The
The
12th.
last. I thought we do the last.
How the
Listen.
fuck is 11:22 and 11:26?
Yeah,
on
shit's
the
all
top,
fucked
and
up.
We're in the middle.
Look, because it goes 22, 29,
Oh,
5, 12, 22, 26.
It's called
I don't know how
dyslexia.
the fuck that dick drawing is still up there.
Because you're too
'Cause
short
that's a
to
dick.
race it.
That's fuck.
Guys, Olivia, this one time, bro.
Yeah, this one time, bro.
You heard her?
I
She even said it right.
You guys, listen. You fucking push by aggression. All right.
yeah, I'm not aggressive.
It's one time, bro. One time. Just one time.
Go ahead.
This one time,
Said this one.
I
Idiot.
was in New Haven. I lived in West.
Gun waving.
Gun waving, New Haven.
Gun
Moved
waving,
to Brantford now.
baby.
Stepping up. I bought 5 pressed bars on the creek. Took them all. The guy was like, take a half. And like, we never did that. So I took them all. I was blacked out within the hour. I blacked out for 4 days.
Nice.
When I came to, my car was banged up. I had no money left, and I didn't know what had happened. And over the next year, I heard stories about those 4 days. I got kicked out of every nice bar in the area. I was like fine dining bar, and I had crashed my car into a gas station.
Damn it.
So and the guy let me go.
Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Bro, that reminds me of like The Hangover, where they actually have a camera for the
At the end of the
incidents.
show. So imagine like living a whole year and just getting bits and pieces of that last 4 days of your
Horrible.
life. Oh my God! So you're lucky. God loves you, man, for sure.
Always
Smashing
has.
into gas stations doesn't really always end up pretty good, you know.
I'm amazed that you got away from that. Like,
I
no.
did. Calvin in Westbrook at JoJo's gas station. He laughed. I walked in there one day, and he laughed. He used to laugh every time he saw me. I'm like, what is so funny? He worked the night shift.
Yeah.
Like, what's so funny? He's like, every time I see you, I think about that one night when you crashed into the gas station. Your boyfriend ripped you out of the car, threw you in the passenger seat. I was a quarter mile from home. You know, and
So
I made it.
close.
So, yeah.
Yes, he always has loved you.
Is Calvin the dude? Does he do sound bowls?
I have no can't be the same.
He does other kinds of bowls.
There you go.
I have sound bowls at my house. Though.
I do too.
It's on my meditation table.
Shit.
So there's one time, bro, where Olivia lost 4 days of her life. Just doesn't remember it. That's a good one. All right. So on the nights that we have guests, the guest gets one, and then we always go in order for our next one time, bro. And tonight's one time, bro, from the three of us is on Matt. Matt, what do you got?
One time?
This one time?
No, one time. I'll interlude for you.
I got a quick one. So, this one time,
One time?
I had only been home for a couple of months. And,
You're on vacation?
yeah,
The state of Connecticut will show you how to behave if you can.
You're at camp?
5.5 years.
Oh, that's a cool camp.
So, a thing went down in my neighborhood, and the barbershop, remember,
Top.
got robbed.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Okay, so they robbed the guy at 7 in the morning. He was just a legit old-fashioned barber.
Frail old man, too, man.
Muffy wasn't frail, though.
He was old.
His nickname was Muffy. Because he used to love to yell out in the neighborhood, Muff Diver! Anyway, so his nickname was Muffy. And so Muffy gets robbed. They actually kill
Yeah.
the customer that was in the chair.
Yep.
So I'm like legitimately sober at this point, right? I'm about, working on 5 years sober. And I'm living with my grandfather because he was getting out with his age and he needed to have someone there with him. So I'm there and I'm in the shower after work and the knock.
Oh, man.
And I hear this knock. I'm like, what the fuck? So my grandfather, this motherfucker loved to talk to people. So he answers the door because he knows he's about to have a conversation. Well, it's fucking 2 detectives. So I run out the shower butt naked. I'm like, what the fuck? I wear the towel. I run down the stairs. I'm like, what's up? They're like, you want to get dressed, come downtown with us? We got to talk to you about fuck cute things. I said,
Of course not.
fuck you mean? Talk to me. I said, well, fuck it. All right. So I run upstairs, I get dressed. They bring me downstairs. They bring me downtown. And I'm up in the fucking detective's office. And then they got me in the fucking holding cell. And I'm like, what the fuck? They come in, it's like, okay, I got murdered. Where were you? Because my rap sheet is extensive.
Yeah.
I guess they looked in the neighborhood to see who maybe, I don't know how the fuck they picked me, but they did.
Dude, that was huge, dude.
Right. So I'm sitting there and they're giving me all these questions, right? Now they're leaving me in there by myself, and I'm thinking, I know I didn't do this shit.
I know I didn't.
Legitimately, after like an hour, I completely flipped the script to say, am I that fucked up in the head? Did I do this thing?
Oh.
I swear to God,
Wow, man.
I was fucked up. I'm thinking,
Did I do it?
did I fucking kill it? I was getting emotional, but am I that fucked up that I can't remember what
They
the
fucking mind fucked
They
you, bro.
did, bro. And then luckily, like, though, I was just, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I was able to contain myself and answer my questions properly and conduct myself in a way that they realized they'd have had nothing on me. But that shit, bro, it was the biggest mind fuck I think I ever experienced in my life, to where I almost was like, did I commit murder?
Yeah.
And didn't remember it.
Yeah.
So
That's how fucked up you are.
they gave me a fucking Coke and brought me home.
Well, dude, that was such a huge thing.
Oh my God.
That because, dude, he was loved, dude. He was there for how long was he there?
Forever, bro. Listen,
60, 70 years?
bro, he gave me my
60 years?
first haircut at 2 years old.
Dude, he was there forever. This dude was there forever. Everybody knew this barber. From the other end of town, you knew this guy.
Everyone knew him.
Everyone knew him. And this was tragic, man. This was because this guy, everybody loved this guy.
Shout out to Johnny Rosa. Rest in peace.
Yeah. And they fucked him up. Man.
Yeah, he
Is he-
got
is-
really... Yeah, he's gone. He
He's
passed
gone.
away.
Okay.
But they did so much damage to
Yeah.
him, he was never the same again.
Yeah.
He never worked again.
Too bad. You ended up getting
I
this
ended
shot?
up getting the place, and then the funny side joke is I ended up getting friendly with a cop. I tattooed a cop. And after I got to know him, he's like, that's pretty fucked up what you did. I said, what the sidewalk? He said, you fucked up Johnny so you could get his place.
Oh, it's dark.
Fuck you.
That's dark.
That's fucked up. That was good though, man. Yeah, wow, I forgot about that, man. That was huge in Waterbury, man. Oh, guys, that was a good episode, man. Again, Olivia, thank you. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Before.
Yeah, I got her the marker already.
Oh, nice.
Guys,
no,
I-
not that one.
She picked
Not that
up
one.
red.
That's the one she picked up?
No. That's an erasable.
Yeah, but it's not. You can't erase it off of this.
Yeah, you can. You can erase it off anything. It's an erasable marker.
Red.
There you go. There's a red.
All right. You can sign anywhere you want. Anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want. But make sure it's in camera view.
In your date.
Like
Yeah.
date.
Clean day. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these
Preferably been out with you.
flying up on the wall are not in camera view. So it'd be nice if it was in camera view.
Do it right behind John's head. You can do it right now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Again, Olivia, thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, follow. If you need help, let us know. Merchandise, all that stuff. We got guys, if you need help, reach out to us.
That guys and girls.
Yeah.
Guys and girls. We do. We got guys and girls. And I think the only thing left I have to say is thank you for being a friend.
Apparently not.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pearl and I can't be down. And if you threw a party, they invited everyone you knew. You would see the biggest gift would be free, and the card attached would say thank you.